All right, it's Captain Rob in beautiful Egg Harbor, New Jersey, and we're on the Performer. If you love to fish, there's definitely, for this size vessel, great size cockpit. What they did is that they removed the engine and put an engine bracket, like an Armstrong. I have the make of it on the back on my notes. But anyway, it freed up everything in here as far as the amount of room. And you can see on the underneath the gunwales, plenty of storage for your rods. And you could fish the whole back transom area. Rod holders on the starboard side. And then we have rocket launchers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all the aluminum they have to go and put like an AlumiGuard on it to clean it up. It's not pitted, it's just it doesn't have the luster. The teak work, as you can see, needs to go and be cleaned and put a product on it. You know, I prefer a Silkins because it gives it a nice golden look to it. And here's a dash. And for the cabin door, all teak. Again, I would be one of the first things I would do. The floor all looks in good shape. And back to the helm station. Here in Captain Rob here in Egg Harbor, New Jersey, with the Performer. Boat's on the hard, so we asked the owner to start it. Half a click, not a problem. Not missing, sounding really good. The transom was closed to add this on. The previous owner was an avid offshore fishing person and decided to go with an outboard option. This was all done in 2007. All the receipts, all the surveys we have on the engines and the vessel. Nick, Tony, what maintenance have you done for the engines?
Since about 2008.
You've been working on it?
We've winterized it, spring tuned it, and changed the oil in it for them.
And has the water pump impeller and all that? Is that still?
It's been a while, but it's
been a while.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, that was all been done.
Sounds good. Right. When's the last time? The plugs have been done? It's been what?
Last year.
Last year? Okay, so it hasn't really been, but it hasn't really been used. Right. And then Tony, our mechanic, has to leave. What work have you done on the vessel?
Over the years, we've done hose pumps. We've also done all the line harness, gauges. And
can you explain what you did, how you did this transom? What type of engines did you have on here before?
They previously had C drives.
C drives. Okay.
And the fiberglass guy closed the transom. And then we mounted the bracket and installed the engine on.
And we have all the records, the maintenance, and everything, all the work that was done for any questions. Any final words, Tony?
Nope.
No? You're good to go?
Enjoy it.
Enjoy it. It's a great boat for fishing?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Tony. This is from port side of the Performer. you have the engines running before. And we'll take more photos, and we'll take some video of the inside. Most of the teak work inside looks like it. The teak, it looks in decent condition, but just definitely needs to be cleaned and put a product of choice on there as far as like a Silkins or something to, you know, to actually give it a nice look. I'm gonna head into the cabin area. As you can see, if you look at the inside of the teak cabin doors, and this hasn't even been cleaned, but this is what it should look like to a minimum. And if you had to go and put the Silkins on top of it, it would look beautiful, and the whole boat would have a totally different look. Would be like that front locker, and I'll take a still shot of it closed, which is good, which I like about this. There's not much, it's all fiberglass inside. So for cleaning, if you like to go and fish and store things, you know, it's just basically taking a hose down to it, and down here drains out into the bilge. And you have plenty of storage space there. I'll take photos of what's inside these lockers. And there's also a teak cutting board I can mount on the transom. And then you have hatch, which I'll take a still of, and you don't even see any, you know, where the basically where the hardtop, there's no evidence of any water coming through. There's like it's not like a rug, but basically like a carpeting cover, and there's no evidence of any dripping. So it looks good. Just needs to be cleaned. Really good. We're taking a view of the bow pulpit. Freeboard, front freeboard, port hand side. As you can tell, there are definitely some scrape marks that could be from a fender. I believe most of it looks like it could be compounded out. The windows look good. Just all the on the tower just needs to go and be also with all the aluminum and stuff, just needs, and the stainless just needs to be polished up. Now we're in the transom area. This is a bait well, and I'm not going to open it because there's water in it, and it actually drains out. There's a connection here with a valve on off switch. The batteries were put in temporarily just to start the engine, so that's why they're not totally in their battery boxes. And then you could see the plating that was put on, okay, for the back transom for the engine mount. And back there you have for the trim tabs. And down underneath, there's the bilge right there. And some of the wiring. But, you know, everything on the transom looks, I mean, it's dirty, but, I mean, there's no appearance of any stress cracks or anything that I could see. Well, it's Captain Rob ending his day off with the Performer in Egg Harbor, New Jersey. Luckily, the rain held out on this 4th of July weekend, and hopefully this vessel will get out to go and do some fishing soon. So the big takeaway here, it's a great performing fishing boat. They made some modifications from the previous owner, avid fisherman, and put on, it's like everybody knows what the Armstrong is, but this is a different motor mount for the, and the motor mount actually gives much more room in the cockpit the way they have it set up. So I like it a lot. Overall, definitely needs a really good cleaning. I haven't tested the electronics. According to the mechanic, he stated that the the radar didn't turn on, but everything else, navigation lights was working. I saw that the radio was on. I didn't have it for sound yet. But the biggest thing is making all the teak that's on this boat and all the railing, especially all the aluminum on the hardtop, and using something like AlumiGuard on it. It would clean this up really nice. The cockpit is large and it's relatively clean. Vessel has been lightly used over the past couple of years because they bought this house recently, and they have another smaller boat than this, as 21, that they just use for tubing and such, and they're not as much into fishing. That's why they're selling it. So for the most part, if someone is really detailed, then you could go and clean up a boat. The engine, when we started it up, was running fine first start, and they do have someone that has all the maintenance records. We have all the maintenance records for the engines, the hull, and the work that was done, so it should make someone be assured that they're getting a quality vessel that needs to be cleaned. And this is Captain Rob ending his day off in Egg Harbor, New Jersey. Thank you. Have a great 4th of July weekend.